Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Tuesday 10 at 10. I will be answering a few questions today concerning um, power baked pizza, oxidation systems, shortening in brioche, and bunch more. I hope this finds you well, safely at home. And if you have fallen sick, I hope you recover soon, as this illness is just really hard to fight off. I've heard so many people and their stories on how they are really fighting COVID-19. So, to those of you who are ill, I hope you recover soon. And I hope your healthcare system can really cope with the demands in your communities right now. Okay. So let's carry on with today's questions. And just remember that if you need more information on the answers that I gave today, go to the forums and we would have your questions up, and our community will be helping me answer your questions as well. Okay, so hopefully we'll give you some direction and some resource within the Bakerpedia community to help you with your business. All right, so from our brioche page, it says, "Hi, I make brioche with shortening, and it was good. Well, congratulations." I would like to know how I can increase the shelf life of brioche. Okay, so what is shelf life? Okay, so shelf life is microbial and texture. Okay, so for the microbial issues, you just have to add preservatives like calcium propionate or cultured wheat. You can call J&K Ingredients, and they are on our sponsor showcase. Give J&K Ingredients a call. You can add cultured wheat in your brioche to give it a shelf life, of over 5 days. So it's worth it. And there are no adverse tastes to this particular product if you add it at an appropriate level. All right. Second part is texture. So first part is microbial. Second part is texture. Okay. Because the brioche has such a high amount of fat, stilling really is naturally inhibited by that amount of fat. Okay. But if you are taking brioche further than I think or expect what you're going to do, probably beyond 7 days, you might want to add in some enzymes. And people like Corbion, J&K, and Puratos would have shelf life enzyme solutions for you. Okay, so something that will extend up to actually 30 days if you use the right kind of enzymes, because you do have a lot of fat in there. And also, if you do have processing issues, don't forget emulsifiers. Emulsifiers do its part in shelf life too, by working with the fat and the liquid molecules and making sure that during processing it remains stable. And because it gives that kind of DNA to the bread, it makes it last longer on the shelf in terms of softer and moister texture. Okay, so emulsifiers are important. So back to the basics. Microbial, antimicrobial. Make sure that you use CalPro or cultured wheat. Make sure that your sanitation is good. Make sure you pack the bread as soon as it's cooled down so that you don't get too much mold spores on it. And then go to enzymes, emulsifiers, and shelf life conditioning systems. that people like Puratos, J&K Ingredients, and Corbion should be able to provide. So just give them a call. They are on our sponsor showcase. Okay. Next question. So, let's see if I can make sure that I'm getting questions from LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn queue is cleared. That's good. Okay. From our hamburger bun page. Hamburger buns, huge topic, hot topic. We're coming into spring and summer, which are the peak hamburger bun season in the US. Hopefully, for straight dough process, what is the best dough conditioner for hamburger bun? Given the fact that potassium bromate, calcium bromate, and potassium iodate, etc., are not permitted. Can glucose oxidase help? Yes, glucose oxidase can absolutely help. So you can use that for bun production. Okay. What are other things for hamburger buns? Straight dough process, really not much. Okay. Mainly because you don't have much fermentation in the straight dough process. Okay. So there is a lot of stress and wear and tear on your dough system. So you need to have some form of oxidizers in there. Okay. Lay off the reducing agents if you can, all right, if your oxidizers don't work enough. And also, if you can get aged flour, excellent aged flour with a straight dough process. Okay? Okay, next question. On the ascorbic acid and frozen dough, as Dr. Lin episode, what are common modes of failure for frozen dough? Frozen products in general. A whole lot can go wrong. Okay. For frozen dough, you really need to keep an eye on the temperature of the dough. Okay. If the temperature of the initial dough goes way too high, then you'll burn out your yeast, you burn out your conditioners, you wear out your dough. Just keep in mind that when you produce frozen dough, you are producing a product that is fragile, because it's not your fault that during storage and distribution and logistics, the freeze-thaw cycle just damages the dough. So the less damage and stress you can give the dough during your process, the better it is. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, by the time your end consumer bakes the dough off, whether it's at the QSR or the grocery chain, or even at home, when they bake off that dough, it would have gone through adequate abuse of freeze thaw and inadequate proofing, inadequate thawing, and wrong baking temperatures. Okay, so that's all going to happen. So whatever you can do as a frozen dough producer is to make sure that you take care of the dough like a delicate little fur ball. Okay, don't hurt it. Right? So reduce mixing temperature by including ice, or make sure that you mix it with a refrigerated mixer. Make sure you use the right kind of oxidation system. Make sure that your process is not long and stressful to the dough. Make sure you freeze the dough adequately, as in drop the temperature as fast as you can. The faster you go, the less stress you have on your dough. Okay? So, Yeah, let's not do that, people. Okay, I got an interruption here. Okay. So, do those things. Make sure you bring down the dough temperature as fast as you can in the frozen dough production, and then pack it, right? Don't freeze and then don't pack it and then freeze, but freeze it, then pack. Okay. And then once you get them IQF, quickly package them and make sure that you store them at the stable temperature. So a lot of, as you can see, a lot of things can go wrong in the frozen dough production. And just to make sure that you take care of the dough, should be enough to help you create high quality frozen dough. Okay, so next question is, can you please provide information on par baking pizza crust before freezing? At what temperature does it bake in conventional ovens, and until when? Okay, so this person goes on to really detail the baking process. I have done various experiments and cannot come to a conclusion on why and which option is best for maximizing dough strength crust once par bake is over. Okay, so there has been a ton of research in this par baking area. So you need to just look up previous research, and you should be able to get a lot of information on par baking. So if you go to our thermal profiling page, you will see that the yeast kill, I believe it's at the yeast kill starts at 135. So anything after 140 degrees Fahrenheit, the protein structure would have denatured and pathogens would have been killed. So this is the point to look out for. And anything after that would be the physiochemical changes in the dough as it bakes and as it gets to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I personally don't think that you should get par bake items to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I've seen a lot of people get their par bake products up to 160, 180 degrees Fahrenheit internally. You just have to learn and understand where that point is for you. And to really know, you need a broodometer. Okay. So go get a thermal profiler today, and you can get one from ECD. They are the providers and makers of the mold. And understand and study your thermal profile and bake only to the point where the internal temperature reaches 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. The reason why a lot of people bake beyond that is so that they set the structure. And I do see literature baking up to 190, 195 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's because if you bake until 160, 180, the texture might still be gummy. Okay, there's not enough bake out. So it really depends on your product. It depends on your taste preference on where you bake till. Obviously, don't bake till it's brown, because if you bake till it's brown, then your end user is going to overbake the crust. Okay, so there are no right or wrongs in par baking crusts. It's just your formulation, how are you gonna bake it, and to your expectation, how you want it, during storage, and how you want it at your consumer's end. Okay, so I feel that par baking is pretty simple. So all you gotta do is trial and error on your end, and those are your learnings. Everybody needs to have their own little learning curve on par bake products. You just have to try it out. Okay, so good luck, and I will see you at the forums. Okay, because I'm gonna have my team post all these questions onto the forums so that our community can also chip in to answer your questions. Okay, the reason why I want to do that is Sometimes I don't think I answer questions fully enough, and there are other experts and other providers out there that I want you to hear from. That's what Bakerpedia is for. It's bringing everyone together and having useful conversations like that. And most importantly, share the knowledge, share what you know, share your passion. And if you get a lot out of our forums, my only request is for you to give as well. Give more than you take. That way you can help the entire community. And to join the forums, you have to be members, so you have to sign up. Okay, so membership is free. So after you join, you can join the discussion forums. You can solve all your issues on there. Okay, so good luck. Join our forums. One more thing before I go. We have the Clean Label seminar this Thursday. It starts at 8:30 a.m. and it's sponsored by Parados and J&K Ingredients. So thank you, sponsors. With your help, we're able to bring excellent speakers to talk about the function of replacing chlorinated flour, the function of a new emulsifier, the function of replacing eggs, how to make vegan products. So a lot of things, how to increase your cake products to up to 60 days shelf life. Plenty of information for you to use. So during this time where some of you are having a remote work, this is an excellent opportunity for you to sit and listen to experts. Okay, I brought on the best experts in this field for you. Okay, I myself will be baking in the baking studio. Yes, I'm going to be taking precautions by working by myself. This is going to be the first time. I hope it's not too hard, because I'm going to be working by myself with one other technical person all the way in the other room to do my streaming. So I will be in the baking studio, and we will be streaming live, and we will be talking and showcasing products from Parados, the Clean Label line. It's very exciting. The jams and chocolates. So thank you for watching today. I will see you back tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesday and Thought Leadership Thursday, and then the Clean Label class. All right? Have a great day, bakers. Now go bake.